woman called Amy Spindler started her TikTok account for a reason a lot of you will recognize. Things were happening in her house. She'd tell people about them, and nobody believed her. Whatever she showed them got explained away as a trick of the light. So Amy did the sensible thing and put CCTV cameras up around the property, inside and out. And she's been posting the results constantly ever since, which we'll be honest about, because a lot of what she flags is either explainable or simply too unclear to call. But on the 2nd of August this year, she posted 2 clips stitched together, and those we can't explain at all.
What is that? Did y'all see that? 'What's that noise? Is that rain?
"43 minutes past midnight, and something appears in the middle of the frame. It's dark, but it isn't solid. You can see through it slightly, and it moves left across the shot before it's gone."
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of weird, actually. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's, some editing going on here, but it's pretty creepy.
Then, less than a minute later, it's back. This time it's down in the bottom right of the frame, over by the front door, and it doesn't cross the shot the way it did before. It stops there. It stays. And the only way we can describe what it's doing is that it's looking into the house. And then the top of it starts to glow. Not a steady light either, it's flashing, pulsing away at the top of the shape, while the rest of it stays dark. And whatever that was building towards, it finishes with one final brighter flash, and then it moves, straight at the house. And it goes up, climbing the outside of the building until it leaves the frame entirely. So this is a thing that watched the front door, lit up, and then went up the wall.
Okay.
Becca Jane is a woman in England, and her account is about as far from the paranormal as it gets. Daily life, things she's bought that she thinks are worth having, advice for her followers. Which is worth keeping in mind while you watch this, because Becca has nothing to gain from a video like this. It doesn't fit her channel, and it isn't what her audience follows her for. One night she's in her kitchen, and her fridge starts doing something she can't account for.
Someone needs to send help, or a fucking exorcist, or someone who performs exorcisms and blessings on the house, because what the fuck is going on with my fridge? Like, my fridge door kept swinging itself about while I was trying to clean the fridge. I went behind the fridge, checked nothing was there, checked my kids were sat down, and it just kept fucking happening. Like, what the fuck is this? Look, what the fuck is that? I even had to go upstairs and like show someone else it were happening, because I thought I were going fucking insane.
The language, though.
But someone please send help, because I'm about to leave my house. Because this is... Oh, can someone explain? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Someone send help, or send an exorcism, or send someone with blessing that can bless my house, please.
The fridge door is swinging on its own, and it isn't a slow drift open the way a badly balanced door will do. It's moving with intent, and it goes both ways. It pushes open, and then it comes back towards her. Now the direction is everything here. A door swinging towards you could be a thread. That's an easy fake, and we've called it out on this channel before. But a door pushing away from you is a different problem entirely, because a string can only ever pull. To push that door open, something has to be behind it, and Becca is on her own. She shows you the living room, and it's empty. She even calls a family member in to watch it with her, and it carries on doing exactly the same thing while they're both stood there. The last thing worth saying is that this is not a modern fridge. There's no self-close mechanism on that door. So, what do you think?
I mean, I think that somebody could be behind the fridge and pushing the fridge, making it move back and forth. That's what I think.
Rodrigo Cid is an artist from Mexico who works in something called pixel sculpting, and his work is genuinely impressive. It also has nothing whatsoever to do with why he's on this channel. On the 20th of August this year, Rodrigo was at Metro Balderas in Mexico City with friends. They noticed a small animal down on the tracks and started filming it, the way anyone would. And then the animal walked into the dark part of the tunnel.
Dude, that little rat, no way. It's huge. It's gone, it's gone. Hold on. What the fuck is that? What? What is that thing? Oh, dude, did you see it? No fucking way, dude. Yeah.
Watch where the animal goes, because it heads deeper in, past the point where the platform lights reach. And what comes out of that darkness is not an animal. A small, dark figure rises up off the tracks and runs sideways toward the tunnel wall.
That's weird.
And it does it just as a train comes through at full speed. Now, the comments on this one went straight to shape-shifting, and we understand why, because the timing looks exactly like that. The animal goes in, and something on two legs comes out. So we brightened the footage as far as it would go, looking for the moment of change. We couldn't find one. And we want to be clear about why, because it isn't that we ruled it out, it's that the section of tunnel where it would have happened is simply too dark to see anything at all. We can't tell you it happened, and we can't tell you it didn't.
Okay.
The other explanation is a person, and honestly, that raises its own questions. Why is somebody lying down on live train tracks in the dark?
Exactly.
And how did they get clear of a train traveling at that speed?
Okay, so a shapeshifter is basically a skinwalker. Is that what that is? Let me know in the comments, because I'm confused.
Some of you will know Davo Valkrat, because we've featured him before on The Haunted Frequency. Davo is a creator in South America whose account started out as video editing and gaming. Then he began noticing strange things happening around his neighborhood, and at some point, he took in an object from someone local. A doll, said to be haunted.
Why would he do
says
that?
the activity in his home started the moment he brought it through the door, and that the doll itself has changed color since, turning red like something burned it. This particular night, noises wake him up, and what he captures sends chills down his spine.
Look at that knife collection now.
Se empezó a mover.
What is that?
No hay nadie.
Yeah, but what was that glowing thing? Was that eyes?
Y esa es Frida. Que no hay nada ni nadie. Eso había detenido todo esto. No sé.
He's looking straight at the door handle, and it's turning. Slowly, deliberately, the way a handle turns when somebody on the other side is working out whether it's locked. Then the door creaks open, and there's nobody standing there. Or at least, not at the height you'd expect somebody to be standing. You saw that, right? Look at the top right corner of the door frame. There's a head there, dark, and it's leaning around to look at him. And here's what makes that impossible. rather than just frightening. Davo goes over and checks. There is nothing on the other side of that door to stand on. No furniture, nothing stacked, nothing that would put a person's head at the top of a door frame. For someone to look at him from that angle, they'd have to be up near the ceiling. He searches the whole place after that, and he finds nobody. And then, walking back towards his bedroom, he hears a voice behind him. It says David, his actual name. Which is the part we keep coming back to, because whatever was leaning around that door frame wasn't just in his house. It knew who he was. We can't verify who filmed this next one. What we know is where it happened, which is a care home in the United States, and what it is, which is two nurses filming their own CCTV monitor because something on it had just frightened them. We'd rather tell you that up front than pretend otherwise, but we've included it because of what happens after the recording starts.
Get the light. You saying chick? Yes. Did you just get that on camera? No. Stop. I'm not playing with you anymore. I don't like this. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. Right there.
Okay, you're gonna stop this right now.
I don't think talking that way is gonna work. No. No, that doesn't make any sense.
They're filming the monitor, and one of the room doors closes on its own. That alone is what set them off, and you can hear it in their reaction, because they know that room is empty. Nobody is in there. And then, the room alarm goes off. Now this is the detail you need to understand, because that alarm isn't motion activated, and it isn't a fault alert. It sounds when the person in the room pulls the emergency cord. It requires a hand. So they go. And they keep filming the whole way. There's nobody there. And the cord that triggered it is in the bathroom, pulled, with nothing anywhere near it. Talal is a Saudi creator whose account is moments from his life, clips with his friends, the kind of thing that has nothing to do with what we cover here. Except for one night, out in the desert, camping on his own. And a bit of context matters before we get into this one, because in Saudi Arabia and across much of the Muslim world, the Jinn are not folklore. They're part of religious belief, described as beings created separately from us, who share the world with us. And stories of them interfering with people out in remote places go back a very long way. So when Talal starts speaking to them, he isn't performing for a camera. He's addressing something he believes is out there.
Hey, if you guys are here with me and you want me to leave your place, stop throwing pebbles at me every few seconds. Move any of my things in front of me, I'll leave your place and go. I seek refuge in God from the accursed devil.
No.
He starts by asking why they're throwing stones at him and at his camp. And then he does something bolder than we'd manage alone in the desert at night, because he challenges them. If you don't want me here, knock my things over, and I'll go. Watch the water bottle on the blanket. It doesn't fall, and it doesn't roll. It goes, hard, straight away from him. Now, we'll give you the limits on this one honestly. Talal says he was alone out there, and we can't prove that. Somebody could have been sitting off camera. But the direction is the thing that keeps us here. Because that bottle travels away from him, and you cannot pull something away from yourself. Anyone doing that with a line would have to be positioned out in the dark beyond the blanket, in front of him.
Right.
And we went through that footage looking for exactly that. We couldn't find anyone standing out there to do this.
Maybe that one's real.
Wendy is a woman from Mexico, and there is nothing paranormal on her account. Concerts she's been to, places she's visited, ordinary bits of her life. This was filmed while she was over in the United States visiting family on the 4th of July. And it wasn't even Wendy holding the camera. It was her daughter, filming the fireworks out of a window the way half the country was doing that night. Nobody in that room was looking for anything, which is exactly why we think this one is worth your time.
Oh, what is that? Somebody just walking in the sky?
Something forms there, and then it travels right across the shot, smooth and unhurried, holding a single shape the whole way. And the reason we can't write this off as smoke is that it behaves nothing like smoke. Anything drifting off a firework spreads as it moves. It thins out, it comes apart, it loses its edges within a second or two. This doesn't. It stays together across the entire width of the frame, like something is holding it in one piece. Then it crosses in front of the tree, because against those dark branches you can finally see what color it actually is. It isn't a shadow at all. It's white. It only looked dark against the sky. Our next one comes from a creator in the United States named Jorge Cruz, and he's been documenting activity in his family home for over a year now. He describes it in a way we hear a lot from people in this situation. It comes, it goes, he gets a stretch of normal life, and then it comes back, sometimes worse than before. It centers on the bedrooms, his office, and the kitchen, so that's where the cameras went. This clip is from his bedroom. He went back through the footage after somebody complained about nightmares while napping in there.
Oh my goodness.
Quarter past 3 in the afternoon, and this is the middle of an ordinary day. Nothing atmospheric about it. Watch the cross on the wall. It turns over, completely upside down, on its own. We went in as close as the footage allows, and we'll tell you plainly that we can't rule out a string because the image is grainy enough that a fine line wouldn't show. What we'd say is that it would be a difficult thing to do. You'd need to invert it without swinging it off the wall, and the movement in that clip doesn't look like something being dragged. Also, when you listen closely, there's a faint scream, right as the cross is turning. Now, we always approach accounts like this more carefully. When somebody has been documenting the same house for over a year, there's a lot of footage and a lot of incentive, and we're not going to pretend otherwise. We're not calling it fake. We're telling you where our caution sits. B has been doing this for years. She's a paranormal investigator in Thailand who explores abandoned buildings and cemeteries across the country, usually with a crew, but every so often she goes out alone at night and broadcasts the whole thing live. Some of you will remember her from the abandoned temple. This time, it's an abandoned school. Her full investigation runs about 2 hours, and we've taken one stretch out of the middle of it. It's the stretch where the building stops, leaving her alone.
But it must be the janitor. Teacher!
Oh. I wouldn't go in there.
Teacher, I'm back for class today. Teacher, today.
That scream.
Oh yeah! I'm looking on both sides. I'm looking on both sides. I heard they said it's a janitor And oh shit, it really is a Johnny. Got that Johnny? Whoa!
Oh. I would just leave.
A dark figure standing in front of her. And it isn't a mist or a shape in the grain. It's solid, standing there like a person would stand, except that it's far darker than anything else in that frame. You can see her react. She looks away, and when she looks back, it's gone. She goes towards the room it was standing in, and one half of a double door slams shut in front of her. Then it comes back. And this time it's making noises like laughing and peeking at her from behind the door. Then she sees a man walking, and that's the point where she stops investigating and starts running. But keep watching while she runs, because the camera is shaking, and it's easy to lose track of what's in frame. The same figure, standing there as she goes by. She turns around the second she registers it, and there's nobody behind her. After that, the school doesn't let up. Noises keep echoing back at her. Doors keep closing on their own, and she keeps meeting that same figure, which keeps disappearing every time she looks at it properly. And it ends when she pushes open a set of double doors, and something on the other side screams at her. B has walked into places like that alone for years. If you want to see the full 2 hours, her YouTube channel is on the screen, and we'd say it's worth your time.
All right, you guys, number 1.
This segment will be narrated by my wife Celine, who covers the story side of the paranormal on her own channel, Celine Shadow.
A man in Mexico called Bexman Garcia, and his story is a little different from everything else you've seen. Bexman started his account to vlog around Mexico and share his adventures in the country. Then he and some friends found a group of dolls believed to be haunted, and they ran a Ouija session. And the bio on his account doesn't describe a vlog channel anymore. He now describes it as an open case file, because whatever came out of that night doesn't stay in one building. It doesn't haunt his house, it follows him, and it turns up wherever he happens to be. Which is what makes this clip so difficult, because it isn't filmed at night, and it isn't filmed in the dark.
Guys, I'm even scared, guys, to turn on the camera like this. Look, guys. Look, guys. How there's no one here?
Poor
Look how
him.
there's no one. And every time I turn on the camera like this, something always appears here.
He stood on a stairway landing in good light, talking to the camera, explaining what's been happening to him. And something leans in from behind his shoulder. It's solid, it's close enough to touch him, and it ducks back down out of shot almost immediately. He catches it on the front-facing camera, which means he sees it happen live, and he turns around instantly. There's nobody there, and that landing is small, so there's nowhere for anyone to have gone. He walks straight out into the hallway to check, and it's completely empty. Slowed down, you can see it's a woman. The hair is clear enough to tell. And this is not the first time Bexman has caught her. She's appeared in an earlier video of his, and in that one you can make out an actual human face. We went through this looking for the trick. Cuts, background removal, anything layered in afterwards. We couldn't find any of it.
But for now, we have covered the paranormal. We remain committed to present you with paranormal videos from around.
That is pretty creepy. But you know what? I kind of feel like that last one is fake, because whenever he turns around, whoever is behind him can literally just move with him, and then you actually won't see that person. So I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.